Hi guys, this is SDJR7F88 speaking. We're a review of the Dapol operating signals. Now, first of all, I must apologise about the noise in the background. That is the heater, as obviously being up in the roof in winter, it gets very cold. So I've had to put the fan heater on. But anyway, let's get on with the review. Now, the first thing you've probably noticed is that I've opened it. That's because I wanted to test to see if it worked. And obviously it doesn't come in like a normal fancy box where you could put it back in. It's one of those sort of like split packaging things, you know what I mean, like hangs on the wall and stuff. But yeah, as you can see, I got it for £22.80, and ironically this is from Signals Models at Midsummer Norton, so well, you get a little joke there. So yeah, basically, if I'll get the instructions first. But many of you know or have operating signals that until recently, until Dapol made these, the only operating signals you could get via loads of different manufacturers was the traffic light style one, which is brilliant if you have a modern era layout. But as you know, I like modelling the Somerset of Dorset, and they didn't have electric lighting, well, signals. So yeah, sorry if just knocked the camera a bit there. But yeah, anyway, whoops, instructions. Anyway, you get this little instruction manual. Yep, and they also come in N-gauge. There we go. And basically, this tells you how to attach it to your board. It's quite simple. The diameter of the motor on the bottom, which I'll show you in a moment, is 13mm. So you need to drill a 14mm hole in your baseboard, and you simply drop it in, tighten the screw, which is attached to it. There's not screw, sorry, the nut. And basically, it's attached to your baseboard. And then on the back, it shows you how to wire it up. This works on DC and DCC. Although, if you're doing DCC, I'm sure you have to get one of those little tiny boxes that you could put like a digital chip in it, so you can operate it via the digital controller. I think, I'm not sure really. As you know, I haven't got a digital layout. Anyway, here's the signal. It's the oh, one thing I forgot to mention, that at the moment on the market there are 4 versions of the signal. There's 2 Great Western ones and 2 LMS ones. Basically there's the home signal, which is this one here, which is basically stop, and then you've got the distance signal, which is the yellow one with like the little tiny triangle cut out at the end. And basically yeah, that's like sort of it has a yellow and a red, no, sorry, a yellow and a green lens on the arm. Green is obviously go, you know, this is on the yellow one, by the way, and yellow is proceed with caution. But this is the homing signal, which is just stop. So this is going to be at the end of the station on Compton Martin, which has got a red lens and a green lens. And basically, the amazing thing about this little signal is that, as well as operating, you know, working via electronics, whoops, sorry, off, silly me, yeah, it's also got a little LED built into the lamp that's on the side there, and basically that shines through the lens, whichever lens is in front of it, so it'd be red and then green. Yeah, it's a brilliant little model. This is the GWR version, by the way. I forgot to mention that. This is the GWR style home signal. There are some more versions coming out this year, or later this year. There's a two Southern versions. I think there's also another version, I'm not sure what type, and there's also going to be a double BR version, so you've got a homing and a distance signal attached to the same one. But yeah, here you go, you've got 4 wires, 2 yellow ones and a black and a red one. The black and the red one go to the controller, what you use for lighting, not the controller which powers the track, that section. It's got to go to the like the accessories, the AC, the constant current on it, basically. And that's the black and the red wire. And as for the 2 little yellow wires you can see there, they have to go to a push to make switch. Now, these switches are very specific. You cannot use a lever switch or the Hornby on switch. It has to be a push to make switch, because basically it literally, you just tap it and it supplies the current. Quick little shot to the a signal, or otherwise it'll constantly, you know, make the motor poison. as you can see, this review is not going very well. Like always, cyanoid. I probably pronounced that wrong. So anyway, part of the joke of this little review anyway. But yeah, basically you press that and it just a short burst of current, you know, up and down, and it does overload the motor. But basically, as you can see, the good thing about these over the lever switches is that they are very cheap. This little box, as you can see, I got it from Antics, and it was £5. And in this box there are 10 push to make switches, so you can operate 10 signals if you buy 10 signals, that is. So yeah, it's well worth the money for the switches. But signal for £22 is amazing. Now basically, how to wire it up. If I turn the camera around, here we go. This is the controller I am using on Compton Martin. As you can see, it's the basic old Hornby train set style controller. Sorry if I get in the way a minute. There we are. And basically you just attach the black wire or the red wire to basically these two things here. And then you've got the plug for the track. So yeah, they basically, you just attach it to there, and then you put the plug in and wire it up. Whoops. So anyway, let's wire it up and see it operating. Right, as you can see, I have wired it up temporarily. It's being supported by the little engine shed on the colliery line and in between the controller at the moment, because obviously the big bulky bit where they store the workings of the signal. But yeah, there it is standing up anyway. And the first thing you probably notice is the lights working. The white LED lens is shining through the the white LED is shining through the red lens, obviously showing it's to stop. Now these two wires here, which I showed you earlier for the plug, not sure if you can see them on screen. There we go. But hey, here we are. Here's the push to make switch. Yeah, only just a little tap, doesn't click or anything. Basically, if I go offset with them, and I'll put it into the wires, put the wires connected to the wires. Sorry, it's only a temporary connection, so I may have to edit this out if it takes too long, but I've got to try and line these wires up so they're touching the little connections on the bottom of the plug. But I will permanently attach these at some point when they're on the layout. Alright, yeah, I think I've got it. Right, let's give it a go, see if it works. 3, 2, 1. And there we go. As you can see, it switched to go, green. And basically it's very, very simple. You just a little tap and it just automatically works. But yeah, brilliant model for the price. I mean, £22. Can't go wrong for that. I mean, a couple of years ago, nowadays you can still get these expensive, like like the traffic light style signals. I'm not sure, well, a number of companies make them. They're quite expensive. You get some really, really fancy ones, I'll admit. They are really, really good, detailed and stuff. But when you're doing a steam era layout, especially on the Somerset and Dorset sort of area, which didn't really have electric signals sort of thing, it's a bit pointless. So, but yeah, the Dapol have really outdone themselves with these signals. Let's put it to stop again. I just line the wires up. Go on. Oops. Sorry, I just managed to make them take the wires from the plug again. There we go. Go on. Connect. There you are. Not the most accurate of reviews, but there we go. As you can see, it makes a bit of a noise, but that doesn't matter. I mean, it's brilliant. Well, you can certainly have fun with it. But yeah, it's just powered simply off this the little controller as I showed you earlier. And this will be on Compton Martin, entering the tunnel. I'm sure I probably explained it in the video before, the update before this review. But yeah, basically it's going to be drilled into the baseboard. If I turn this bit, sorry, there we go. Yeah, it'll be drilled into the baseboard. You can see it's quite a chunky bit for the the workings of it. Yeah, but that's just simply a 14mm hole. You just drill through the board and put that little plastic screw up and tie it in. Put a bit of ballast around the bottom of it, just make sure it's holds square in place. So yeah, brilliant little model. I mean, 20 quid, you can't go wrong with that. So yeah, it's been SDJR7F88 speaking, and thanks for watching.